The Golgi apparatus is somewhat like a customization shop, where the finishing touches are put on proteins before they are ready to leave the factory. From the Golgi apparatus, proteins are then shipped to their final destinations throughout the cell or outside of the cell. The function of the Golgi apparatus is to modify, sort, and package proteins and other materials from the endoplasmic reticulum for storage in the cell or secretion outside of the cell. Now watch as she closes the suitcase. And ships it off where it needs to be. Just like the Golgi apparatus.
Mitochondria are organelles that convert the chemical energy stored in food into compounds that are more convenient for the cell to use, just like this lady is doing by stretching.
Cells are located near the nucleus and help to organize cell division.
Where do I go?
To the chloroplast.
Yay! The nucleus contains nearly all the cell's DNA, and with it, the coded instructions for making proteins and other important molecules. In the same way that the main office controls a large factory, the nucleus is the control center of the cell.
I'm in control.
Will you please stop it? It's at the part that it needs to be.
I'm in control. Past are organelles that capture the energy from the sunlight and convert it into chemical energy in a process called photosynthesis, which then changes it to food, just like this lady is doing here.
Oh, I'm getting light. Ooh. Oh, I'm changing it to food. Whoa, look. Shoo. Yummy! The endoplasmic reticulum is the site where lipid components of the cell membrane are assembled, along with proteins and other materials that are exported from the cell, just like this lady here, because she is producing lipids and exporting them.
Proteins are assembled on the ribosome, just like this lady is doing here.
Every factory needs a place to store things, and cells contain places for storage as well. Some kinds of cells contain sac-like structures, like vacuoles, that store materials such as water, salt, proteins, and carbohydrates.
This is the garage. It stores stuff just like vacuoles.
Whoa!
Even the neatest, cleanest factory needs a cleanup crew, and that's what lysosomes are. Lysosomes are small organelles filled with enzymes. One function of lysosomes is the digestion or breakdown of lipids, carbohydrates, and proteins into small molecules that can be used by the rest of the cell. Lysosomes are also involved in breaking down organelles that have outlived their usefulness. Lysosomes perform the vital function of removing junk that might otherwise accumulate and clutter up the cell. A supporting structure and transportation system complete our picture of the cell as a factory. As you know, a factory building is supported by steel or cement beams and by columns that support its walls and roof. The cytoskeleton is a network of protein filaments that help the cell to maintain its shape. The cytoskeleton is also involved in movement.
The cell membrane regulates what enters and leaves the cell and also provides protection and support. Can I come in?
No.
I come in?
No.
Can I please come in?
No.
Can I please come in?
No.
Can I come in?
Yeah, come in.
What? Solution, particles move constantly. They collide with one another and tend to spread out randomly. As a result, the particles tend to move from an area where they are more concentrated to an area where they are less concentrated, a process known as diffusion. Okay, so now we are taking off the boundaries, and they are spreading out from high concentration to low concentration. Whoa! As powerful as diffusion is, cells sometimes must move materials in the opposite direction against a concentration difference. This is accomplished by a process known as active transport. As its name implies, active transport requires energy. As you can see, this cell is going into a high concentration area rather than a low concentration area. Endocytosis is the process of taking material into the cell by means of infoldings or pockets of the cell membrane. As you can tell, she is walking around the cell trying to find a passageway, enfolding into the cell by means of walking around it. It is a hard and treacherous journey. But it seems she is almost there. She's in the middle. During exocytosis, the membrane of the vacuole surrounding the material fuses with the cell membrane, forcing the contents of the cell. The removal of water by means of a contractile vacuole is one example of this kind of active transport.
This room doesn't want me. It doesn't want me. Oh, no. It doesn't want me. It doesn't want me. It doesn't. No, I'm getting out of this house. No.
This thing is trying to get into a high concentration, which it accomplished. Energy. Go! Okay, redo. Oh my god.
Sorry.
Come in! You're supposed to ask, can I come in?
Oh, I thought we were.
Okay, come here. Oh, no! The cell membrane regulates what enters and leaves the cell and also provides protection and support. Can I come in?
No. Oh, shit.
The cell membrane regulates what enters. Every factory needs a place to store things, and cells contain places for storage as well. Some kinds of cells contain sac-like structures called vacuoles that store materials such as water, salts, proteins, and carbohydrates.
This is the garage. It stores stuff just like vacuoles. I messed that
Whoa!
up. Can we be doing anything?
Well, you can just be doing stuff that you think looks cool.
What?
Looks cool. Just be like, woo, and be looking around and be like, oh, okay, yeah. And no, okay, so when I say carbohydrates, you are going to say, this is the garage, and it stores stuff just like the vacuoles.
You want me to say that?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, so
No.
the nucleus is the control center of the cell.
I'm in control.
I
Just test this out.
Okay. But do it twice. Press it twice and it goes super fast. Okay.
Cool.
So, okay.
I know how to work.
Organize cell division. Go! Okay, again.
Mitochondria are organelles that convert the chemical energy stored in the food into compounds that are more convenient. Wait, I just messed up. I can't do this.